please? Somebody wants one. Registered in England. Paper on the floor there. I wonder what I can do with that. There's a corner there somewhere. I thought they wanted a knife. Oh, that's a knife. Oh, that's a knife. I knew there was a knife in this garage somewhere. Oh, that's a blade with an edge. And this is a tool that is looking for an edge. I remember. You got to sharpen it. Here we go then. Right, so what I'll do is I'll get a permanent marker. I think that was pretty good. Give myself a bit of a guido. Little starting point. And just a clue as to what I got to do to get a balanced bevel. The steel on these things is usually pretty good, but what is distinctive about a Golok is when they put the distal taper on, it seems to only go in one way. So it's not as if the blade goes along and then does that. It seems that the one end's flat and then the other end comes to meet it, so that it's put on a big press and just pressed down from one side. So obviously the bevel that I'm doing, the actual edge does that. When you get this narrowing effect. Yeah, I'm looking at it and it doesn't look like it ever goes like this, like an even. One side meets the other. So it's usually a bit of fun trying to get it so when I give the guy his new edge, it doesn't look uneven. I find the best thing to do on these is rather than go fast, go slow and bitey with the belt. Let's give that a shot. So I'm running my variable speed grinder. Come on, baseball one. Play the game. I'll probably run it sort of 25-30, which is 50-60% of its top speed. It's a slow grinder anyway, so I'm just literally the metal off to get that going. And a dash more light. We'll do that with it. And that one. Should be good. Yeah, so I got to a happy sort of speed on the belt grinder. Being that it's already heat treated, the last thing I want to do is stuff up the heat treat, so I'm taking my time. I'm observing the water as it's come out of the bucket that I'm using to cool it, and just as it's starting to evaporate is as far as I'm taking it, if that makes sense. So to temper a blade like this, you're looking at a temperature around 220 Celsius. So if I'm only just over boiling point, the blade's only hitting 100 degrees, so just above touch hot. I'll be doing one pass and then dunking it again to get a fresh stroke of water to run down the bevel line that I'm done. Now this is what I'm happily chewing off. I'm not blasting it off with the belt grinder. I'm chewing it off, taking my time, and imparting an even grind on something that is, well, all over the place. Because if you have a look at close up, obviously it's an agricultural type tool. There's my even grind and what was on there, left over in the black. Okay, so it's me putting a more refined edge on something that's basically supposed to be blasted into wood every now and again. So, you know, there's no reason for it to be a finesse edge on these things, because that's the way they're bought, purchased and made. So you might be able to see the machining marks. You know, it's just chunked out. Look, it's a tool. Right, let's plod on. I'm happy with that, and gradually put that through to centre, and I'll flip it over and I'll bring the other bevel to match. Okay, so it's just met in the middle, and then go to the other side. There's no difference, is there, really, anyway? There we go then. Right. One pass. Met the egg, missed, right. So that egg was going like that. Now with a fresh edge on it, put a micro bevel on the actual working edge. You should be able to see the light's a bit dodgy in there. You should be able to see a glint as it's sort of convex to the edge. So the owner now has got a bevel he can follow with the file if he was going to use a file, or another jig, and then just remember to just put either go on a slack belt and just put that micro bevel on, or just work it on a strop. Just try and round that edge off into a micro bevel, because the steel on these things, I don't know what the Rockwell is, about 50, 52, something like that. It's not like a 59 01 tool steel. This is crocodile steel. It's hot rolled steel. So it's machete hard. It's pretty good stuff. But you could imagine the obtuse angle that it's supplied with, and would be encouraged to, you know, maintain as a very tough bevel. It's stamp paper, that, you know. So. That edge is more than it was ever really supposed to have, but you know, as long as it only encounters wood and not nails, the owner will be able to maintain that, because now he's got two flat sides either side and a micro bevel that he can just maintain himself. That's really damn nice slow cut. So as a demo, you know, that's what I put the Martindale edges on and how I do it. Now what I want to try and do now is all that rough, I don't know which end is the camera, that rough in there, I'll use a satin wheel and just sort of round that off and tidy it up a treat, finish the handle off, make that nice and tidy on a satin wheel, and then hand sand it beach, dip it in Danish oil to improve that. As I say, the finish on these is agricultural. It's made to do a job, but I just like to tidy it up, and there's big wax on it and something. Yeah. But I'll tidy his handle up. Especially there where his fingers are going to be. Like that. And that's where I stop with the new bevel. So you still get his two fingers in there. And do some detail work.